What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to the Bianconerizonechannel Instant Reaction. Hello, darkness, my old friend. We are back here again. Juventus, what we watched against Atalanta really pretended more for the future than I was hoping that it would. Here we sit with another 1-1 draw against Torino. Really worrisome about what this means for the future for Juventus, especially for the rest of the season. But with me, as always, is my guy, Alejandro Fancello, for your instant reaction. How are you doing, my friend?
Um, I don't know. I'm not surprised. I will say that to start with. I'm not surprised. I I said we improved in general just over the last 2 months, but I also said this improvement because the question was it enough? And I was like, I still see too many things that suggest it will not be enough. And I said in the podcast and in the live, we're not making top four. I still cannot see it. And I think you or Julian asked like, really? I don't know who it was, and I said, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't,
I think we're both kind of
I
taken
don't see
aback a
it.
little
I don't see it. We improved, but I also see
bit.
like remember when we won games and people were saying, "Oh, we won, forget about it." I was like, "Yeah, but that 30-minute spell, that's significant. Like that's telling. Like you cannot
Mhm.
forget about those things. If you want to forget about those things, that's up to you. But you need to look past some results. Like the results were good, but the performances weren't always that good in general over 90 minutes. And today was, I said in the Discord chat, it was worse than games we lost. That's all you need to know.
Mhm.
Like we lost games and we played better this season.
Yeah.
This was shocking, like embarrassing on so many levels. I think besides the lake, you can throw everyone away, and Chaz needed away. Oh, okay. Besides the lake, I say Chaz, but just besides the lake, it was a shit show from front to
Mhm.
back. Like nobody deserves any credit. Like absolutely nothing. Like I can, if you ask me who's the man of the match, I would say the lake. Who's the worst player?
Mhm.
I will say the other 10, 9, because they were all awful. All of them.
Yeah.
The subs who came on, Keen, again, like, he's playing a different sport, I think. Like, somebody needs to explain to him that he's playing football. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. I don't want to shit on Keen because Vlahovic, I felt sorry for him. Like, how many long balls did he need to control against Bremer? Like, that's so easy for the vendor. Like, imagine, I don't know, imagine setting a player to play against the lake on his own. It's how do you want to say it? Like it's done. It's done. It's easy.
Mhm.
If you're a good decent defender, which Bremer is, it's easy. It's a piece of cake for him. Like I felt sorry
Yeah.
for Vlahovic and he was frustrated because every time it was a long ball over the top, he struggled to control a lot of them because Bremer was breathing down his neck. And when he did, he was alone. He was alone and
Mhm.
he was forced to try to dribble, and it was like you got swamped by players so many times. Like everything about this game, throw away. Just throw it away.
Yeah. I mean, I wish it could be thrown away, to be honest. But I think honestly, if you look at this match, we could. I mean, I feel like a lot of what we're going to talk about today is really going to branch off a little bit more than our typical conversation. I feel like our typical conversation would be going, group by group and play by, or player by player, trying to break down their performance and their play. I think you're pretty spot on just by saying Delict, a little bit of Chesney, and then everybody else was absolutely it was horrendous. It was horrendous to watch as a Juventus fan. It's frustrating. It really really worries me. It also makes me look at myself and some of the comments that I made. I'm like, wow, you were the Homer guy that you hated by thinking that this team had what it could take to really compete for the Scudetto. It's I
What?
think they showed themselves in November. Thinking that Zakaria and Vlahovic by themselves would be enough to really change the squad from what's really maybe inherently in their DNA right now. That's unfortunate. Um, I think one of the first parts I want to touch on. So obviously, going the match, Rugani is injured. He can't come in and play. You end up playing with a decimated defensive back line when you're looking at bringing in Pellegrini, who hasn't been playing for I don't know months. Like he just disappeared off the face of the planet. We
He
were
was
all
just
into
back.
this.
He just came back, said
Yeah.
Allegri in the presser, and uh, like that's not on him. Like Danilo was suspended. I think if Danilo was there, it was just him in defense. And Sandro,
Mhm.
yeah, again, he's not a defender, but he did what he always does, and he messed up. Like you cannot, like, what the hell was that? Like that's just bad. Like, I don't care if you're a right back or center back. You let your man. You need to
Yeah.
check where the man is in your back, and he doesn't. He didn't. He just runs past him, and he came short. Maybe it was people say, oh, it was just a hair short. I don't care. Like, you need to know where the
Yeah.
player is in your back, and you need to stay with him in terms of on the same level. And he just goes straight past him. It is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, we didn't deserve to win that game. We didn't deserve to lose that game because it's not like Chesney was um,
Hmm.
needing to do anything big. Like, if that's it. Like, it was a 1-1 or a 0-0. Just pick it. It's the same thing. It's what it
Uh,
is
uh,
we drop points
mhm.
again, again against Torino or Thandon Syria. I don't see like it makes me boil, like my blood boil, but people were actually believing we were in a title race last week. Like, that was embarrassing on so many
You
levels.
you can
Like,
say
no,
you
no,
can say my name. It's
no,
fine.
but
You can
no.
say it.
You were like, I maybe, but people were like,
I was like,
adamant
there's a
about it.
possibility that it could be within a couple points. I thought by the end.
No,
I do not think that
people
now.
were adamant that we had a legit shot. Like, they were
Yeah.
like, and they were now they're all being making fun of, and they deserve it because, like, you cannot be like, never mind, because I'm not shocked. That's the worrying part. Even when we are on a, I don't know, 15, 12, 13 game unbeaten streak, I'm not shocked, and I tweeted it
Mhm.
out. It's a good unbeaten streak, but we need points. We need
It
3 points. Like, you can be unbeaten for 15 games and only pick up
it
20
doesn't mean
points.
bleep if it's all draws.
Yeah,
If
and
it's all draws, it
you
doesn't
were
mean
chasing
anything.
teams. You messed up. This is not good. I don't care
Mhm.
if you didn't lose. Yeah, point. Great. Hey, let's go.
Yeah, I think one of the aspects, I'll just say this: this is a little bit not really off topic, but off Juventus. One of the most frustrating parts to me is to see that bum Belotti scored the goal against Juventus of anybody, especially with my frustrations as an Italian, Italian national team fan. To see him of all players to come in and to score that goal was frustrating for me because just to see what the struggles and that what he's not able to do for the Italian national team, and then for him to score in Juventus in that situation just pisses me off. But some of the topics I do want to get into, obviously we have a few situations on hand, whether it be the players and the makeup of this team, the future of this team, and then also I got to talk about the coaching a little bit too. I guess starting off with the players, how bad is our injury situation right now? How bad and how long is this going to run for Juventus? Now we got first off we can throw out the regular topic. Haneen, this is for you. Dybala is injury now. What does that mean? Obviously, we need to find out how serious it
So,
was.
quickly, it was reported that it was
Hmm.
a muscle fatigue, and the first signals from the bench, and the player was like, it's not big. Like, it feels like it was a precaution, but if it's muscle fatigue,
Hmm.
okay. But I don't really believe that. I think he's out for Villarreal. Like,
Hmm.
it will be a surprise if he's not, if he makes it.
Yeah, and again, we're not going to dive into it, but of course that'll be great for the timing of the
Yeah.
renewal and all the nonsense that continues to go on with that. So we end up losing Dybala, potentially losing him for the UCL, more than likely using him for that match. And then we go on to the we move we move on down with we've had Chiellini out, Bonucci's out right now. We've got Rugani even who's out, who I forgot about. I was throwing out a lineup there earlier today because I even forgot about Rugani, that he would have
Yeah.
been, at least serviceable. He's been serviceable lately. I
Yeah.
don't want to say
Yeah.
he's good.
I
Losing
think
him.
he's been good. He's been like, it's better than
Mhm.
Sandro
Oh
playing
yeah.
center back. So,
Mhm.
um, but like you said, the injuries are an issue. I don't want to talk about the center backs at the back line. I
Yeah.
talked about it. People yelled at us, and I'm not gonna say I told you so, because I
Mhm.
believe I was right at the time that the back line is worrying. It's actually very worrying, and this is proof.
Mhm.
Like, it's worrying.
It's
It's
starting to pile up. It's really start. We're going to have to call up Gotti soon.
yeah,
We're gonna
and
figure out something out there.
and I'm not even surprised. Like, I expected this. I don't want to do it. I don't wanted it. Like, it's not. I was like hoping, oh, get an injury so I can say I was right. It was just an expectation. It's gonna happen. It's like, you cannot
Mhm.
shy away from. Like, it's gonna happen. It is what it is, and it's worrying. It's worrying.
Yep.
It's just delayed out there today. It was delayed out there, and
Mhm.
you did one heck of a job because Like Sandro's not a center back. He's crap at left back, so let alone at center back. Cuadrado, I don't know what he's doing this season. At the end, oh my god, he had two
Mm-hmm.
opportunities to put in a cross. One too low. He
Yep.
gets the ball back again, too low. I'm like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a professional footballer. You cannot lift the ball from the ground. Like that's embarrassing. Twice in 30 seconds. Not
Yep.
even 30 seconds. Like 20 seconds.
What
I'm like, what the hell
and
are you
it's also
doing?
yeah, that's also what we expect Quadrado to do. And if he's not doing it, you're kind of useless. Like
Yeah,
if you're not,
I don't want to.
creating on those on
You're right.
corners or
You're right.
crosses, you're not doing anything for the
I
team.
uh, I didn't want to say it, but the last couple of months he's been useless. Like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's playing absolutely crap. And I like
Mm-hmm.
Cordado, but I think a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but I think we should because it's
Yeah.
bad. Like he's not good. He's offering nothing. Like it's that simple. He offers nothing. Right back,
Mm-hmm.
right wing back, and three up top in that one game. He offers absolutely nothing at the moment, and it's worrying. And like we got dominated. Like pressure. Like they were putting on us under pressure,
Mm-hmm.
and we had absolutely no idea what to do. Like we
Yeah.
were clueless. We were absolutely clueless. Zakaria, that first half, he was looking around and he was like, "What the hell do I need to play?" Like that's what
Mm-hmm.
I got from him. Like he had no idea what he needed to do. He was confused. He was lost. He wasn't playing well. The second half, he improved a bit, but overall, he had a bad game. Locatelli, like he did a few good things, but overall, he had a bad game. Rabiot, like I don't know,
Yeah.
like like in the game he does okay, that's good, and then like like not even 20 seconds, like 10 seconds later, I'm like, oh my god, like you cannot be a professional footballer doing this.
Yeah.
So that midfield was a no show today, like absolutely not. It was gone, and up top there was a problem. Like if your midfield is struggle, you can have anyone up top. If you're just kicking the ball up top to Vlahovic and
Mm-hmm.
Morata, you're doing absolutely nothing against a team that's
Yeah.
putting pressure on you. Absolutely nothing. So this one, we can talk about it like player wise, but this is on Allegri. Like
Mm-hmm.
you, like the players are not coming up with a solution. Like individually, you can say I need to do better, but like you cannot turn around and tell your teammates, oh, you need to do it. Like that's not how it works. It's Allegri. I thought we go into the second half, he's gonna switch something, maybe bring in Arthur because someone needed to keep the ball in that team, and he did that when we
Mm-hmm.
came on. He didn't do that. Like the moment we came on and it was 60 minutes and Arthur was still not on the pitch, I'm like, I said to my dad, we're not winning this. We're not winning
Yeah.
this. We're conceding and we're screwed because it was 50 minutes in the second half and it was the same thing. Like we couldn't keep a hold on. We cannot keep the ball into the team for like 30 seconds. Like 30 seconds
Mm-hmm.
was a win today. It was a win. It should be
Yeah.
celebrated.
Well, let's actually move on and let's actually dive into that. And that's one of the topics I wanted to talk about was Max Allegri. And we see throughout the last few weeks and really throughout the season since day one, we've heard the complaining, we've seen the constant bickering about Allegri, his coaching style, the decisions he makes. I think I've battled it a little bit with people being like, guys, this is what we're gonna deal with, and this is what we're stuck with. Juventus have committed to him. That's not what I'm talking about though right now. It was what I want to get into is I started to feel the frustration that a lot of these fans are having.
Oh yeah, they were booing them.
Just
Yeah,
yeah, just with his not just his style, but with most importantly, the substitution pattern.
yeah,
Like it
it was
makes no
weird.
sense to me
No,
how
no,
last match you need to make a substitution early on. Now he's pulling guys. He's pulling guys like Vlahovic for more as he can. And like no offense, I don't see any situation where switching those two is going to jumpstart your
I agree.
offense
I
ever,
agree.
your attack. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Can anybody make any sense? Obviously, Dybala came off because he was injured. Pellegrini, DeShilio came in, fine with that. But I just didn't understand the last minutes of the game. Not last minutes, but the last important stretch of the game. Let's pull our best attacker. And I don't want to say that we were not sold, but like we were buying into a little bit of fool's gold that first match. Everybody was riding a high, pure adrenaline. Vlahovic comes in, gets a score. Zakaria comes in. Vlahovic saves the day the next game. And then here we are, 2 games back to back with really, Obviously, not all his fault. There's only so much you can do when the ball is not being moved.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
it's easily getting picked off by every other player on the team. Um, but where do you sit with your feeling on Allegri and his and like his ability to turn this thing around? Not just this season, but going into next season.
I don't know about next season. Like that depends on what's gonna happen in the summer. But this season, like I keep saying it, I I said it. I keep saying it. I don't believe we're making top four. I said it when
Yeah.
Vlahovic came in. Like I said it twice this week. Like and we were in a good positive moment, quote unquote. I said yeah, positive, but the Atalanta result is not positive. Like they celebrated again on social media. I mean the club celebrating, Allegri smiling, and people are like, but it's an important point. Now look at it now. How important?
Yeah.
Like it isn't. We need 3 points. So this season, we are not making top four, and people saying, but Atalanta will break down. Look at our schedule. Well, look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Torino at home. 10 plays Torino, and like besides the goal, we had nothing. Like and
Yeah.
now I'm thinking about it, like letting everything. How do you want to say it? Uh, like calm down and thinking about it.
Yeah.
We had absolutely nothing going. Like absolutely not. In no moment in the game I was like, oh, we might score like in the next few minutes, or a big chance is waiting around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. Like nobody was waiting around the corner. Only further away from top four. That's what we are now. Like Atalanta have a game in hand. I think if they win
Yeah.
their normal game this weekend and their game in hand, I think they're 3 points ahead of us. Something like
Yeah.
that.
You're basically 2 games that
But
ahead at that point,
I
or
think
6 points.
if they win, they're 3 points ahead of us. I need to check. But the point is,
Mm-hmm.
if they win, yeah, they have 3 points more than us. Even if you
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I'm pulling it up right now.
you need, yeah, it's 6 now at the moment. So they have 2 games
Mm-hmm.
then. The bigger issue now is you don't need to make 3 points up them. You need to make 4 points because they have the tiebreaker over you. Like 4 points, that's what you need now. Goal wise, forget about it because now you're not winning the goal difference league trophy this season. So you need 4 points now, not 3, 4. That's what you need now. 4 points. How on earth is this team gonna do that without Atalanta going on an absolutely stinker of a streak?
Well, the problem is too. It's not just Atalanta. I'm looking at the table right now. Obviously, Napoli, Inter, Milan are totally different. It's basically a different league. You have those 3 in their own league right now playing, and then you have with Juventus. If Atalanta, even if they don't do it, Lazio are only 2 points behind of them
Yep.
as well, and they could easily catch Juventus with the way Juventus has been playing. So I we'll see. Maybe Maurizio Sarri comes in and gives us one good kick in the nats in the season. But as it stands right now, I'm not hopeful. I went it's such a mood swing from the January Mercado and how much a Mercado can do for a team, or at least for the fans. And that's one thing I want to give credit to. The fans showed up today. Like
Yeah,
for it be, was it supposed to be 50%,
yeah, it was
or was
sold
this,
out.
yeah, and it was full compared to what we've seen or whatever here
Yeah,
lately. Obviously, maybe it'll do that for a derby, but at the same time, that they've been playing against paltry crowds of nothing. So it's just all around frustrating, disappointing. Obviously the season's still. I don't want to say it's still long, but there's still plenty of things
no,
that can
no, no.
happen. But right
Yeah,
now, it's
no. Like
it,
it's long.
it,
I know you want to be
yeah.
positive. You want to still keep
No, I don't want
positive.
to be positive, but I don't want to be fully negative at the same time,
No,
because I don't want to just be like it's over, because it's not over. But
no, it's
it's
not.
it's it's
Like officially, it's not
yeah.
over. Like no, like so many games, but like I don't know. I said like I think a lot of people deep down inside know, no way. Like they're not gonna make it. And I keep saying it. Like I don't want to be negative. I'm just realistic at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at that team, looking at Atalanta, we're not making it. We're not making it because in a few weeks they will play at Torino, and then we will see if it's Torino or if it is. And I already see excuses from journalists saying, Torino confirms their status of being hard to beat. Get out of it. Get out of it. Throw that in the bin. Like that's BS.
Yep.
Don't do that as a Juve watcher. Just don't do it. Call it out. It was crap. Say it was crap. Don't make excuses. Don't say, oh, they're hard to beat. I don't care. They're hard to beat. Like I absolutely don't care. Look at their squad. Look at our squad. You're playing at home. It was like they're playing at home and they are our squad. That's what it was today. and you were out saying, "Oh, but they're hard to beat." I don't give a two shits. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. I
If you
mean, at
say
some
that,
point, if you're
end the tweet with
Mhm.
saying you're not making top four, and then I will respect you more as a journalist.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, if you're Allegri and you're Juventus, you have to stop shooting yourself in the foot,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's what they're going to continue doing. Because I looked at it, and I looked at the this upcoming schedule, and just on paper, with what
yeah.
Juventus should do, and on paper doesn't win games, but looking on paper, Juventus should not have a hard stretch really until Milan. But we
No,
know they're going to continue. They're
yeah.
going to continue having games like this. They're going to continue to drop points, and then we just have to hope that Atalanta drops more points at this point. And I agree with you. I understand your point of saying it's over, saying that it's not that it's over, but it's not going to happen. But we'll see
Like
how the pieces fall.
before we wrap it up,
Yep.
because you said look at the matches, I forgot about it's Empoli away. We will struggle
Yeah.
big time. We will struggle. Spezia away, maybe Sampdoria away. I see us not winning. Easy. Sanitana away, probably, yeah. Inter at home, I don't see us winning. Cagliari away, we can drop points, and they were absolutely terrible. Bologna away,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you should win. Sassuolo away, I don't see us winning at the moment, looking at it. Venezia at
Mm-hmm.
home, yeah. Genoa away, we will struggle. And then you have Lazio at home, Fiorentina away. Like, it's not easy. Look at this team. Look at today. You cannot watch today and then say, oh, we have an easy stretch. Like, you cannot do it.
I think they're going to get that win at Genoa. I think they're going to be able to beat Genoa. Let's calm down that one.
No,
Let's
no,
not give
no.
them too much.
We don't play good games, and at times we win 1-3 and like that. But it's flattering.
Yeah.
It's flattering most of the times. I was like, I remember last season we won 1-3. I was like, this is not a 1-3 game, but okay, we did it. Good for us. But yeah,
You know what? What's also frustrating looking at this the schedule or the fixtures coming up is Fiorentina have a chance to literally crush our season at the end. If it's on the line there and you have Juventus, competing for top four, they can keep Juventus out because they've had games where they've done that.
Yep.
That'll be an interesting to watch. Anyway, yeah, I worry about that. I also don't understand. It's part of me feels like Allegri is so focused on like the Champions League this year,
Yeah,
but maybe not. Maybe
that's being
it's
delusional.
such. To me, it's such a wasted. Like, I'm not saying I don't care because the money matters, but I don't care really when it comes to it. I'd rather lose every single one of those matches, have the money that they have, and make top four, and focus on that than to, compete in that way. I don't know. That's where I sit with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what we are. This is where we sit right now. Juventus has a chance. Literally, if we skip the Villarreal match coming up, you have Empoli. There's a good chance Juventus are on a 3-game draw slide. So we'll see how this ends up playing out. Where do we go from here? We'll see. Any other final thoughts before we get out of here?
We're not winning away to Villarreal. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because Dybala's maybe out. Even if it was Dybala out, if you struggle against this Torino side, wait until Tuesday. Just wait.
So the only thing,
It's
and
gonna be
I
ugly.
completely agree with you, and it should be. I do agree with you that the only thing I've seen nothing when it comes to Juve, besides the only thing that made sense to me about Juve's performance in the Champions League was that 4-1 drubbing by Chelsea. That's the only one that made sense so far. So anything could happen. It wouldn't surprise me at the same time. But yeah, I'm with you in the boat. All right, guys. That'll do it. We're gonna wrap it up on this extremely positive rendition of the Bianconeri Zone instant reaction. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you in the same line of thinking that we are? Are you all somehow still positive and living in a state of delirium where you think that Juventus are going to compete for the Scudetto at the end of the season? What do you think really is the biggest issue for Juventus moving forward? Let us know all that in the comment section down below. As always, make sure you hit that like button. Even though we may not like where Juventus is at, hit the like button for this channel. There'll be good times and bads. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.